Hi, everybody. Welcome to Spirituality on Saturdays. This is your host, Edgar Mendez. I want to thank all of you for being here. I know, I don't post that often on here, but I'm having a talk with Metatron, and I don't. I'm like really trying to rethink how I'm gonna be stepping forward into the future. Um, so I think I'm going to be doing this more often and also stuff on my YouTube channel. So anyway, we're just having that discussion right before this. But I want to thank you for being here. Thank you for sharing time and space with me. Um, I want to thank the beings of light that assist me, that are here with me right now. I just did today, earlier today, my very first um distant traveling class. So me and I think it was 7 or 8 people. It's hard to say. It's I don't I ch- like honestly, I'm not even joking about this. I'm not even joking about this. There was like 7 people in there, but there was like 7 people, like 7 names, but there was definitely 8 people on the thing. So I don't know who someone had double. But there was definitely 8 people there. Anyway, this is funny. But I just want to like let you all know I am doing that once a month, where we go and we distant travel. But the first thing we did was we went and we to the dragon tree and we made hybrid dragons. So that was actually really cool. Everyone did it, by the way, as well. I wasn't sure if they would. But and I wasn't sure if the dragons would be like, "Yay, I'll do it with you," but they totally did. And you basically you take, so a dragon gives a piece of themselves, and you give a piece of yourself, and then you create a new being of light. So it's a hybrid dragon. They're called, for fairy dragons. Is what I named them, the hybrids, and they have enough of us, right, to be able to be born in the physical. So dragons can't actually be born in the physical reality. Right? They're just their energy is not appropriate. So the hybrids though can. So that's gonna be very interesting in like the in a million years, I guess, when they evolve enough to be doing some real powerful stuff. But yeah, if you want to check that out, I do offer it the first Saturday of every month. So do be on the lookout for that. And yeah. Oh, we went to some really cool places as well. I gave people I create technology for them. We harvested, right? Because the vast universe that's real. Um you harvest from it, right? So we harvested a bunch of crystals and then I made them a diadem, which enhanced their psychic abilities, and then I made them a bracelet which helped with their grounding, and then I forged this big stone while they were in water, and then I expanded their heart. So it was a really, really beautiful thing. And then we went somewhere else, like to this pyramid, and we activated it, and then we brought the energy to the Earth's moon. So if you have been feeling weird stuff with the moon these days, it's because of that. And that's gonna have a worldwide impact. And just because we went there, by the way. It was so cool. Anyway, so I'm like really, really, really excited for that. It's my first time doing it. So I wasn't sure how like it would go for everyone. I just really wasn't. But it went really well, and I'm very, very excited for what's to come. So if you are interested, do check that out. But yeah. Anyway, let me see. Let me see. I wonder what I want to talk about. I actually did do a posting. I don't know if I've actually said it on my podcast. On my podcast, I just want to make sure that I cover all my bases for everyone that listens to me. I made a posting on the disco ball and how to put your ego to sleep. So, the disco ball is actually for entities. All you do is you call in Archangel Michael and his two mighty golden blue dragons, and you don't have to make a disco ball. You can do a tube with mirrors, but all you need to understand about the tuber mirrors or the disco ball, is it's a one-way mirror. So you can see out, but entities can't see in. So when an entity comes by you, they run away in fear because they see themselves and they're shocked at what they look like because they never seen themselves before. So normally they just run. So it's a really good first defense, by the way. So all you do is call in Archangel Michael and his two mighty golden blue dragons and Lord Metatron, and you ask him to build either your disco ball or your tube with mirrors. And you do this once a day for 7 days, and it becomes permanent. and it's a really, really easy way. It takes like 2 minutes for them to make it. Um, and it is like, it's not a guarantee, obviously. However, it will protect you against entities seeing you for the most part. And even if they did see you, they would see themselves and just be too terrified. But some of them don't care that they're real nasty, right? So they'll just come in and they'll start attacking you. So it's not a guarantee, obviously. However, it is a really good way to deter most of them. uh, so if you're like me and you have, although my approach to entities is way different, I finally figured it out. But when it was bad for me, it was just entities galore. It was so annoying. This helped a little bit, though it didn't really help for me because my lights. It's the beings, the entities. My light's too attractive. They just went through it anyway. But so it should work for all of yous. And the other thing, and I'm gonna put that in the description box as well as this, putting your ego to sleep. But all you do to put your ego to sleep is you are going to imagine a room, very soft room. It's going to be a fuzzy room because the ego is in the fourth dimension, right? It's the first layer of the physical reality. It's the fourth dimension. So that's your ego, by the way. So you're gonna put your ego to sleep in the fourth dimension, and it's like a fuzzy type room, and you're gonna put them in a really soft bed or like seat, and then you're gonna tell your ego everything's fine. You need to rest. No one will blame you if something goes wrong. I love you. Please rest. I'm gonna be absolutely okay. Everything's gonna be okay. And then you play music on a harp, right? You create a harp, and then that music plays and your ego will stay asleep. So eventually this will become permanent if you want it to. Um, but it will give you like an hour, maybe an hour and a half of freedom without the ego. And you're going to be real shocked and real surprised at how you think and feel versus how your ego does, because it's shocking. You believe everything that's real, right? Your ego wants you to doubt everything that's real, so it's real annoying. I remember when I was first doing this, I was like, "Damn it, ego, stop that!" Right? And I learned how to put it to sleep permanently. But yeah, that's like a really, really, really easy way. To kind of get your ego off of your your back, really. You're gonna know what that statement means when you do this. But when you get your ego off your back, you can really start to think clearly, and it's really beautiful. For most people, if you haven't been working with your ego, because I was always pushing back against my ego, you don't recognize how much your ego is usurping you and taking control. So you don't recognize that. However, with this, you're gonna really be able to differentiate between you and your ego, and it's gonna be surprising. So prepare yourself to be surprised. So I'm gonna put those two little hacks that I shared with everyone on my YouTube channel in the description box. So if you want to read it, it's really easy to do those two things, and I highly suggest you do. Anyway, but yeah, I actually have no idea what we're gonna discuss today. Aside from that, I've been having really interesting stuff happening. Let's see. Let me pull from the upper dimensions, and then we'll kind of take it from there. So actually, no. Metatron wants to be the one to talk first, instead of a dimension. Anyway, Metatron, what do you want to say to the people? Mm. He's definitely emphasizing trust in your gut, trust in your heart. All right. So what Metatron is bringing up is, when we are faced with really big decisions, it's all too often we try to seek outside opinions or outside validation. But the way that he's giving it is like, sometimes I actually like to do this. And this is actually why you should always be working with the beams of light when you're doing something like this. Because the beams of light will know what to say that's going to get you to think the way you need to think so that you can figure out what is best for you. So all of the beings of light work on an attunement process. So they attune themselves to our energy, and they're real good at this. They're perfect, by the way. So they tell you what you need to hear. Sometimes they'll tell you an outright lie. That's the point, right? Other times they'll tell you half truths, or they'll tell you, they'll give you a reply that has nothing to do with what you asked about, but it actually is super connected when you think about it, right? So they'll tell you what they need to tell you to get you to figure it out on your own. So this is actually the case. It's also a big reason why you want to be wary about getting advice and even teachings from people, because everything's attuned to that person. So where that person is, like let's say someone's trying to teach spirituality, right? And you're taking on their teachings, right? A lot of people tend to not understand that what they think they know is just a temporary know, right? And what is really real is probably something else entirely. Most people don't get that, right? Most people just they hold on to something that felt like truth one day, and even though it doesn't anymore, they still say it and think it, right, for some reason. So he is saying that, there's a lot of factors and reasons why you shouldn't seek outside approval, but more importantly, you should be working with the beings of light and have them, if you're going to do that, which he's not suggesting either, but if you're going to do that, have the beings of light, because they'll tell you what you need to hear. But he's definitely emphasizing the need for you to follow your own heart and stop asking other people what you should do. So there is this, the message is really clear on that one. And that's really, really important. Let me see why he wants to bring that up. Okay. Interesting. So remember I told you I we turned on a pyramid. It was actually Andromeda. I took everyone in the group and we went to Andromeda. We activated the pyramid. We also got earrings, and it allows me to hear Metatron's voice now, and I wasn't able to hear it until now, so it's real nice. Anyway, but we turned on that pyramid, and then we got earrings from it, but we brought that energy into ourselves, and then we brought it into Earth's moon, and then Earth's moon created a tether right into the center of the Earth. So there's actually a really big shift happening on Earth now because of what we just did. And what Metatron is saying is that you're going to start to feel like going in a new direction in the coming weeks and months. And the point of this is that other people are going to probably have really bad advice. So he's saying for you to just follow your freaking heart, because there's a lot of shifts happening for Earth. And you're going to want to move with those shiftings, right? You're going to want to move with that energy. You're gonna want to cultivate that change and ride that momentum, because the moon. I wonder. Sorry, I actually didn't actually look at this. I want to know what that energy I did is doing to the moon. I don't know how to phrase this. It's an odd thing to show me. He showed me the moon, and then he showed me a bunch of fireworks past the moon. What the hell does that mean? So he says that that's what we did. It's also meant to help you feel your untapped emotions. Oh, this is interesting. Oh, okay. So I remember in the class, like the session I did, I was trying to tell people what I it's gonna help them with emotions, but I didn't know what emotions it was gonna help them with. But Metatron just gave it to me. So a lot of yous have deep seated like dreams that you don't want to give yourself the benefit of the doubt in thinking that you can accomplish. Does that make sense? Right? So what this is going to do is going to allow you to feel those dreams more, and you're going to feel more compelled to chase after your dreams going forward. That's very crazy. So because I saw it like a drop, like when the water's flat, nothing's disturbed it, and then a drop of water hits it and it has all those ripples. That's what the energy of the moon is now going to do to everyone on planet Earth. So hello, right? Oh, and I didn't know what water it was hitting, but Metatron's saying the dreams. It's gonna help you access your dreams. It's gonna help you feel what your dreams are. Remember when you were a kid and you didn't know anything, that there were all these hurdles and challenges. The air's coming up because this is important, right? We need to know when there are all those hurdles and challenges that you just went after. You just you thought of what could I do, and you just like, oh, I'll do that, and in your heart you just knew that would make you so happy. You're going to access that again. That's the point. That's what this is going to do. I had no idea. What is the tether that's connecting this moon to the Earth going to do? Earth. Oh, I see. Sorry, he showed me the fireworks again. So Earth has crystalline energy. If you know that, it has really high potency crystalline energy. So that energy is going to actually move into the moon, and it's going to shower down onto the people of the planet. So it's going to be more of a continuous stream. Very crazy. I didn't know that. So he's saying that the moon's gonna have a really big impact. When I see what. Okay, now I got the imagery of fireworks. When you look at fireworks, you look in awe. Like you're like it amazes you. It's gonna help get you into that energy of like being captivated, but by your dreams. So you're gonna a lot of yous are really gonna feel compelled and move and like that feeling of moving towards your dreams, and you're not gonna want anything else, and you won't settle. So that's the shift that's gonna happen because of what we did in that the session had earlier for the entire world. Like all I don't know how many people are on this planet. It's like there's more and more every day somehow anyway. But that's what's gonna happen. So that's very, very, very interesting. And to think that I mean that took like that just to activate the pyramid because I had to do an offering because there was someone guarding it. I had to do an offering so we can get in. But it took like 20 minutes, I think, to do because we activated. I had to have all my ancestors come in. I have no idea it was like, I wasn't powerful enough to do it by myself, but yeah, had my ancestors come in and then we charged it up. Everyone intended it and boom. So damn, just that 20-minute change is gonna have that ripple effect. And that ripple effect's gonna last forever on Earth, by the way. I had asked them, is that gonna stop? And they said no. It's connected for good. Very, very, very crazy. Anyway, and that's just exciting. But that's what he's saying. Trust your gut now. If you have these dreams, you can manifest them. You can have your desires, and that's the point. And your heart wouldn't be like, yes, let's do this if it's not possible. So you can guarantee. Well, if your heart says we need to go there, you can do it. Period. In the story. It doesn't make logical sense how that's going to happen all the time. In fact, almost never. In my experience, dreams never really make sense how you're going to get there. And I actually know because they gave me some parts of the future are written, not almost none of it, but there are some parts. Okay, 90% is unwritten. So there's 10% of the future that's written. And the parts that are written, we can, if you have your time travel activated, visit. So I have had to rewrite my future just a little bit. So it's not written like you're guaranteed to have it. But it's a really, 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 it's really probable if you follow your heart. Actually, really, really, really probable. You have success for sure. So I've had to rewrite mine because I was like, I'm not really okay with that. I want this one better. And this is actually how you get to decide your and determine your destiny. But it's beautiful, right? But yeah, I don't know where I was going with that. I had to pause it, everyone. Uh, it was like leaking in my bathroom because the person upstairs, they always fall asleep with the water running. So I've had it leak a lot. Last time it was, I think it was like a week and a half ago, because it haven't happened in a while, but it happened a week and a half ago, and I woke that person up with a surge of energy. They woke up real fast. It was like 5 seconds of just getting pure energy. And these are you heard them going upstairs. Anyway, but I had to pause it because I heard the water dropping, and it always gets everywhere, and it's so disgusting. Anyway, I can't wait to move, and I am so working on it. It's been really difficult for me, everyone, to like get out of this place because I have to, and I don't have any balance. And I know I say I have to balance, but there is just absolutely no balance. I just give so much of myself to my growth and my path that I don't ever seem to have enough money to get out of here. Because I get energy work done. Like I get upgrades 5 hours a day. Unless I'm doing something else, unless I'm out, which is very rare, or I'm working. So I'm getting about 5 hours of energy work done a day. And then I do dreaming with purpose, right? So I'm constantly in that mode of just growing. I mean, I have to, right? I don't want to, I don't want to dawdle on anything. But because of that, I don't know what I would say, because of where I'm at in life right now, I can't work enough to make enough to get out. So I'm like at this. I had this epiphany. It was like a month ago, right? I was like, I'm not able to have enough to get out of here because I'm giving so much of myself to everyone else, and I don't have a problem with that. except when in the fact that I have to move, and it's just so I'm like I probably should pull away. I probably should rethink things. I probably should redo things a little bit, um, so I can get out of here, get to a better place that makes me happy. Because right now, I moved into a place I've never been happy with, and at first it was really it was really hard to get over that, but that was part of it. My intuition told me to get this place, and obviously it was right. But it has been really difficult for me to find peace and happiness here. um but I'm done with it. I learned the lessons. I've grown from this as much as I can possibly grow from this. And now I want to move. But I'm kind of stuck in this cycle, and I could break it. I really, really could. But I don't know if I will. I really want the massive amount of spiritual growth I have. It is what it is. So I'm kind of at that point right now, and I don't want to stop. I want to be able to do a miracle already, and it's like I haven't. They say Metatron says I can do a miracle. He says I can do a miracle, but I have not been able to do one just yet. Ugh, that's not a miracle. Um, Wait a minute, so I can actually, yeah, no, never mind. I was thinking about that. I was like, wait a second. A miracle is not what I think they are. He says that they are what I think they are. Anyway, yeah, I want to be able to do those. Um, you know what I mean? I just want to be able to have that already. And anyway, so I'm at that point right now, everyone. But anyway, let's see. So Metatron, is there anything else you want to say about this, like for them following their heart? Mm. I don't know what this is, what he's referencing, but I see you holding on, like he's saying for you to hold on to your heart, but I almost think that there's a crystal there. Wait, is that going to happen soon? Huh. I saw crystals showering down on Earth, but I don't know if that's gonna happen. Um, that's what I saw though. So in your mind's eye, reach for a crystal and then put that at your heart, okay? So I'm reaching for one now. I'm gonna put that right on my heart, okay? Beautiful. Anyway, but he's saying for you to just follow your heart. So let's see. So Metatron, do you want more? Nope. We're gonna be switching gears. A Saint Germain is coming forth. Let's see what Saint Germain wants to say. He's very happy to be here. He's saying, so he's reaching down into your heart. That's what he said, but I don't know if that's what he's doing. Sorry. When you can hear them, it's such a weird experience. I'm so happy that person gave me um gave me and the people that were there earrings, and it helps amplify your clear audio and your ability to pick up frequencies. So just hearing it, I'm getting used to this anyway. Sorry everyone. So Saint Jermaine, what do you want to say? I'm reaching in your heart. Yeah, that's what he's saying. Okay. All right. um so Saint Germain wants to do something. He wants you to close your eyes, and he's going to be reaching into your heart. He's reaching to at the bottom part right now. You can just imagine him there. He is removing any low vibrational energy that you're holding on to, that is keeping you from accessing your heart more. So you can imagine that energy, that dark energy leaving you. So I always, it's really important, I think, to do this, to imagine a door and that energy leaving out the door and never to return again. So it's going to turn into high vibration or be recycled or dissipate as the case may be. So you're going to just push that energy out. And he is now, with the other hand, because he was using his right hand, but with his left hand, he is showering your heart down with high vibrational light. Beautiful. I think that's it. Sorry, that's what he wanted to do. I'm reaching for your heart, is what he said. Okay. Is there anything else, Saint Germain? Okay, he's focusing energy on like he's creating a crystal at the near the third eye. Are you making a rod of light? Yes, he is making the rod of light. I don't know if you all know this. I didn't know you made it as well. I got my Rhodolite, everyone from Melchizedek. So he gave me the Rhodolite, but Saint Germain is making one too. They're different. Okay, they're different rods of light. So he's placing another crystal at your head. So it's going to be slightly to the like your right ear. So it's going to align your heart and your head going forward. So that's all you gotta do. It's real easy. Just close your eyes, call in Saint Germain, and he's gonna place his hand on your heart to release low vibration energy. Place a crystal there, and then he places a crystal at the top of your head. Boom, rod of light. This rod of light, I've been using it for about maybe 4, 5, or 6. Sorry, he's saying 5 months. 5 months, and it's been so amazing to feel your heart constantly. Most people don't like to do it because their heart's jacked up, right? But my heart's not. Anyway, I like to feel my heart, but he did remove any dark negative energy, so it shouldn't be too bad. Yeah, I will leave it like that. I know that it was kind of an impromptu thing, so I'm gonna keep it like that. Saint Germain, is there anything that you want to tell them? He says to find reasons to smile. When you find something really funny, that moment when you first hear something very funny, or you're experiencing something that you feel is so cool, or you're having happiness, that moment when it's just happiness, and it's at that. He's saying that there's a specific, I don't want to say frequency per se, but there's a specific kind of, it's like, oh, sorry, he gave it to me, elation. He's saying for you to search for things that give you that elation, give you that feeling. Um, and I know that I think that it's like it's obviously false teachings where people think that following their heart or no, actually no, not following their heart. People think that your nature is selfish, right? Or humans' nature is selfish, and humans' nature is violent, and humans' nature is mean. So this is actually why religion has swung to the opposite side. Reject human nature, right? There's a false teaching there. He's saying follow your heart, and it's never, ever, ever selfish to do so. Okay, that's what he's saying. That's what he's saying. So he's saying, but to look for those things that give you that elation, that feeling of elation. Beautiful. And he said, just so you all know, the fact that you're listening to this means the rod of light has been placed on you. Already make that clear. He said, don't worry. If it's all you gotta do is know, right? So, you're listening. It calls in Saint Germain because Saint Germain imprints his energy here. And then he's gonna come in and create that rod of light for you, just like that, just like that. It's beautiful, isn't it? It also helps your. I don't think it helps with your intuition. I don't think so. But I just know, because when I'm distant traveling, I have to figure out where stuff is. So my heart kind of knows where stuff is, but I don't. So I go and I reach there, or when I was activating the pyramid, I had no idea what to do, and I was like, oh my god. Actually, I didn't. I never figured it out. By the way, I just called in my daddy. I was like, Daddy, I need help here, and my daddy turned it on. So I actually never figured it out, but I was trying to anyway. But it's your heart. It's the smartest part of you, everyone. So if you can do it, actually you should do it. It will figure out everything it can figure out. All right. Is there anything else, Saint Germain? You're saying no. Okay. Is there anyone else that wants to come in? We have Archangel Michael stepping forward now. Archangel Michael, what do you want to say to everyone? Greetings, is what he said. All right, he's bringing up protection. He's bringing up the divine shield or shields of protection. I forgot what this is called. 1 second, everyone. I gotta look this up really quickly. Let me see where it's at. Oh no, actually, I think I have it here. Hold on, I have it on my tablet. Not Metatron. Michael is bringing up protections. I think it's called shields or protections. He wants you to he wants you to ask you, the viewer, listener, right, to ask to have them restored. Okay, 1 second. Uh, Spheres of protection. So, Archangel Michael wants you to ask to have your spheres of protection to be restored. So there should be, I think, 6 on you. I was born with 2, and then when I did this soul realignment, I had 4.8. So I was on my way. But Michael was saying for you to ask him to restore your spheres of protection. This is going to help protect your divinity and help protect your choices. And he's saying that this is in some ways in relation to you making the choice to follow your heart and follow your dreams. I'm not sure how those are connected. I'll see if he gives it to me, but he gave that very, very, very clearly. Where he's saying you need your spheres of protection if you are going to follow your dreams. Period. So that's what he said. So he's saying ask him to restore them, and he will work on restoring them. I don't know how often you need to do it. Remember, beings of light have to have your permission in order for them to do anything. So they can't just do stuff on your behalf without you knowing. It's not how it works here. I know that there is a lot of like people saying crazy stuff, like Spirit brought you this. Unless you ask for it, absolutely not. Nothing. That's never happening. It is an impossible thing. Beings of light do not do stuff on your behalf without being told to, right? They need someone's permission. It doesn't always have to be your permission, right? Because it could be, it's just they need permission. I remember when I was doing my live stream, and I do like free services, and I just heal people, and Archangel Michael, he asked me to ask him to clear someone's house because he couldn't do it without permission. So I just want to make that really clear that that's what's happening. So I had gave him the permission to clear that person's house so that he can do it because he knew something was there. So it's just so important that you all understand that, okay? But he's saying to ask him to restore your spheres of protection, and he will restore them so you can go after your dreams. Again, the protection of divinity. Anything else, Michael? He's saying for you to ask him to restore your inner and outer defenses, and your energy field. This is interesting. He's also saying for you to ask him to un oh, I don't know if it's unlock or maybe activate your higher chakras. So your 12th chakra, 11th, 10th, 9th, 8th chakra, okay? Very interesting. He would say to do that. So he's saying to activate those, or have him activate those. Is there anything else, Michael, that you want to offer for the people, the viewers? No, that's it. Actually, he's just stopped. I'm gonna see if he's gonna come with anything else. No, he's saying no. Spheres of protection and activating of your higher chakras. Um, wow. I didn't. I sorry. This sometimes the stuff you just get is just so crazy. Anyway. Thank you, Michael. Whew, I don't know. I hope that second half of this because I paused it is fine. But when that leak happens, it just drives me nuts. Everyone, it gets me all types of crazy. So, is there anyone else that wants to assist or wants to step forward? I have Kuan Yin stepping forward. Kuan Yin, what do you want to say? Seeing it's pleasant to meet all of yous. All right. So she is offering. I think she's offered this already. If I mean, I'm pretty sure she's offered this already. But she's offering to do some some healing on your heart. So all you gotta do is call her forth, and she'll heal your heart. I feel that she's going to intense your heart, if I'm not mistaken. But that's what I got. Yep. Yes. 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 So she's gonna intent your heart with something. Let me see. To follow what you love, follow your heart. You know, oh, it's so strange. Uh, how she's showing it to me is that your heart's gonna beat harder. Does that make sense? Yeah. It's like it's an odd thing to say, but she's offering to make your heart's feeling stronger. So I think that would be really helpful for a lot of people because in my experience, the heart. I mean, it's taken me a long time to train my mind to be open to my heart, but your heart doesn't feel that much, or it's like it's not like screaming at you like the mind is. The mind is constantly screaming, or your ego is constantly screaming. She's saying that she can infuse your heart to pump harder, right? So the feeling in your heart to be stronger, so that you can go after your dreams like that. So she's saying for you to call her forth, and she'll be in front of you, and she'll start to infuse energy into there to give your heart a better pulse. That's what she gave, though. Pulse is the word. Um, okay. Is there anything that you want to say to people? Okay. No, she is offering to make earrings as well for you. So after she does the heart thing, she will do the earrings if you request it. The earrings are silver with oh, they look like this. Oh no, is it opal? It's like blue sapphire. Sorry, she's giving me okay. It's blue. It's silver or blue sapphire. Oh, that's cool. So these earrings will help you. You know when you okay, so we're kind of bombarded by stuff. Oh, this is a combo one. Oh, this is beautiful. A lot of you are gonna really find this useful. She's offering to create the earrings, and when you hear truth, you're gonna know it to be true. When you don't hear truth, you're gonna know. So it's gonna help with your discernment essentially, but it's gonna help in two distinct ways, but it will just help throughout your whole life. When you hear something that is for you, like let's say you're trying to figure out what career or what path you should go down, all right? What business you should start. When you hear that, oh, that's the one, you're gonna know. Does that make sense? You're just like, oh, it's that. That's it. It's like so you're gonna know that truth right there because it's truth and love vibration are adjacent, right? So she gave. But she's also saying that you will also know when you're not hearing the truth from someone. So a lot of yous, you're constantly, ingesting information from people, and like I said earlier, a lot of people out there are teaching, and their teachings are they're subpar, right? They're not quite right, and it's okay they teach, and that's the only way you can get better. By the way, it's is to do that. However, the people that are taking it in are often taking it in as if it is um the words of God or something like that, right? It's not. These earrings are going to help you know what isn't truth, and they're going to help you actually know what is, and then you're going to be able to incorporate what you want to incorporate, integrate what you want to integrate, without integrating the stuff that's not for you or that's not right. So that's very beautiful. That's a really big thing for a lot of yous. Okay, she's also offering to make one more thing for you, I think. um I think this is coming from. Is it coming from you, Kuan Yin? No. It's going to come from Hather, the deity Hather. Hather is going to be creating a diadem. It's been the thing like ever since I don't okay I'm trying to figure that out. Like when I first got started working the beings of light and I started doing my healing thing, they never did this stuff, but now they do it all the time. It's just like this their thing. It's been I made a diadem for everyone in my group session earlier, so it was real cool. Anyway, um Hather is gonna make a diadem for you. It is silver as well, and it has a red ruby. I don't know what that's called. Red sapphire? Is that a thing? I don't know. It looks like that. Let me see what it does. It's for status. Ooh, that's a good one. So what it's gonna do for you, if you want it, when people view you, they're gonna see your worth, your value, your status right away. Does it make sense? So they're not gonna look at you and think, how some people like they just don't get mistreated. They just people don't f with them, right? You know what I mean? You know what I'm talking about, right? So you having this on you is gonna give off that energy, and people are gonna know not to mess with you. They're also gonna know, right? To not I guess I treat you bad. It kind of feels like it's like a royalty type thing, right? Where it's like they're gonna treat you with respect. I don't know who would need this, but it's that. So for those people that you sometimes get picked on, or maybe you have more feminine energy or feminine traits, right? Where it makes people think that you're weak. Yeah. This is gonna give off the exact opposite. I don't know, weak is quite the right word, but they're definitely gonna know not to mess with you. So she's saying that she's offering to make this for you. Okay, beautiful. Very nice. By the way, you could have multiple crowns as well. I make that clear to everyone. The way that they told me is that we are multi-dimensional beings, and each of the four lower bodies can have its own thing. By the way, so don't. I'll make that clear to all of you. I have like three crowns on, so it is what it is. It's like they just stack them, okay? But they're on the different your different bodies, so you don't need to worry about that. So I think that's it. That's crazy. Wait, is that how it works? No. So all the four lower bodies in one dimension? No. So they're separated. Two are together and the two other two are together? Okay. So what's the third? Ah, your spiritual body and your physical body are in the third dimension. Okay. And it's the second, so it's the fourth. Okay. And your emotional body and your mental body are in the fourth dimension. I didn't know that, so they just gave it to me. I started pulling, like, is that how does that work? Never mind. They said that and said okay. Ah, kind of crazy. Oh, that makes sense. Oh, I see it now. You know how the eagle's in the fourth dimension, and you know how the eagle can make you feel stuff or make you think stuff. It's because they're in the fourth dimension. Oh, okay, there he is. I just okay. All right, that all that okay that all just connected. Okay. Anyway, I think that's it. I'm kind of I know I don't like post that often. I'm gonna see if anyone else wants to say anything. So let's see. Does anyone else want to say anything to the viewers of the podcast? Keep your head up high is what I got for the first thing. I swear they're saying to look up at the sky. For those of you that want to soak up more of that energy that I put into the moon, if you want to soak up more of it, they're saying for you to look at it on the full moon and soak up that energy. Okay, I think I might do that. Oh, I don't actually leave my house at night though. My neighborhood's really nice. Like it's a really nice neighborhood, and that's the problem, right? It's just everyone's always getting robbed here. Even if I take my baby dog. Anyway, I'll just go. I'll just visit. Actually, I don't think I need to. Never mind. I'm the one who fused it. Anyway, I just realized that I don't need to. That's what they're saying for you to soak up that energy, set that intention. They're saying that you can right before bed ask that you connect to that energy of the moon, that with the moon being infused with that energy. Okay, that's what they're saying. But again, they're saying to look up at the stars. Yeah, all right. So I want to thank all of you for being here, and I'm sorry about the second half if I was a little bit um I don't know, all over the place. But that bathroom thing always gets me. It just gets me. But I want to thank you so much for being here. I do appreciate all of you and your help and your support. I hope you found this interesting. And again, don't you don't need to accept their technology. You don't. Um, I highly recommend it though. Okay, I really do. The rod of light is a game changer, and that diadem too, especially if you feel like you're not being respected, right? And the earrings as well for that discernment. That's crazy. That's lovely to be able to have that level of discernment. It's they're saying it's a quite a big boost as well. So, and I forgot what else you got offered, but whatever it is, the beans light, they're always here to support, and you can take it off if you don't like it, by the way. Just so you all know, it's not forever. You can just say, ask them to remove it, they'll remove it. Ask them to place it on, they'll place it on. Okay. That's it. Thank you, everyone, and take care. Bye.